Hey, Fuyi, baby gangster, is it true what you just said? Junko Inashima's really dead? Don't call me baby gangster. I'm sorry, I forget. I am having a moment, Fuyuhiko. Hello, YouTube. I am Unca Crunk, just your standard issue purple monster of a certain age who plays games on the internet. In the previous episode of Danganronpa Goodbye Despair, things happened. I would have to have at least a modicum of understanding of what happened to sum it up, but I don't. I am completely flummoxed. We may or may not be in Hope Speak Academy. Monokuma has told us to investigate, and the main cast will make an appearance at some point. Charging blindly onward. Oh, it's a Mono plushie.
I knew you could do it.
Okay, I'm kind of leaning towards simulation just because. I mean, look at this. Good. That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. I'm not going to fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Hello, Sonia. This hallway, that is a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? It's probably not just you. I mean, look at all this. Oh, okay. Guessing anything that's all glitched out I can't walk into. The dojo! What's that? Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. What's this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons! A History of Hope Speak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title lying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class.
Hey,
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. What's the first, you ask? Oversimplified on YouTube. Oh, but that depends on the person. You might prefer extra history, or the fall of civilizations, or puppet history. So, just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really just want to ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. Look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope Speak Academy's history as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope Speak Academy. Hope Speak Academy is a government-funded school for privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope's Peak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes that they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most schools. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. Oh, boo. The end. The ending was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga, the tragedy, and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. It'd be like if a real university started advertising on YouTube. Real universities don't need to advertise. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again.
Shing!
The thing that's weird is you, of course. Hey?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? Because Monokuma took our memories away. Oh, the Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? Oh. That's a good point. But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you, specifically you, were one of those Reserve Corps students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. Eh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. Like that time when you popped a boner in a 5th grade English class. and you had to hide it with a book as you walked out. And there were only guys in the class. That didn't happen. Oh, was that me? Might have been. Well, it happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though. I never pop boners. I'm always naked. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
Come on.
Oh, when things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve course, get it? Damn it! What the actual heck? Reserve. The cherry tree is proudly displaying its full blossoms. Falling petals add to the elegance of the scene. If Hiyoko and Peko were here, it would have looked truly picturesque. For their sakes as well, I will definitely go home. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? It's armor and helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking woodblock key sticking out of them. I guess they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. Oh, hi, Kazuichi.
What's going on?
This hallway, it's kind of creepy, right? Can't go to places I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. Wait, is this the room that I came out of? I mean, when the level started? Oh, maybe not. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is... Manga for Morons! The Tragedy of Hope Speak Academy! Wasn't the Tragedy of Hope Speak Academy mentioned in the other manga too? It's why Hope Speak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages. See what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, a tragedy of Hope Speak Academy occurred at Hope Speak Academy. A key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamukura. Izuru was a genius, known as a symbol of hope. Hope Speak Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, The Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope Speak Academy's Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hope Speak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganronpa 0.
What is Danganronpa 0?
With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga.
Am I supposed to believe this?
There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope Speak Academy.
What irony! Our genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent.
Damn it! He always has to lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. Someone who is loved by talent, perhaps? Huh. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here, it said that the Reserve Corps students and the reserve department began uprising. Then, what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic events in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A secret student. Oh no, a certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? Junko? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Huh. Oh, it's the biolab. It's another manga.
What the hell's with this road?
It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is
Manga for Morons! The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history!
I knew it. Next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? And just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, beginning of this creepy manga bit starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope Speak Academy was simply a trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then, it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon, the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. A powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created social media. The tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. Oh boy, my heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. It wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. If this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough! What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that's destroyed the world, but for you to not remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. And also so I can recoup on that $44 billion that I spent on that company that you might be thinking about right now.
Wait, what? I see, so that's how it is.
Oh, there's a monoplushie.
That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning.
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On the one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is, before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jadrock Island or stay here.
He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps? No, that's definitely it. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this Ultimate Despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then, are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? Okay, I think this is the point. This is where changing the name of the high school level ultimate blah 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 yada yada into the ultimate blah 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 yada yada is catching up with translators, because just saying ultimate despair shouldn't lead to the deduction that they're high school students. So I'm guessing that in the original Japanese it was high school level ultimate despair or something like that. Let me know down in the comments if I'm right or just talking completely out of my ass. It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. But first, I need to get that Mono plushie. Oh, God. Oh, come on. Can I go back in? Whew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So, where should I go next?
Back into the biolab to get the Mono plushie.
Okay, it will let me back in. Okay, good. Why do I care about these Mono plushies? I've already missed so many of them.
I've been found.
Okay, now I'll get out of here. Hang on. This wasn't open before, was it? Oh, hello. I should have ignored. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Wait, what? Oh.
Jeez.
When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly keeps glancing at me.
Wonder why.
It's gonna be shitty either way.
Damn right.
So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot.
I don't want to do that either. Fine, I'll talk to Monokuma.
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth?
You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your damn manga in the first place.
A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots.
I'm getting really fed up with your babbling.
Hurry up. What did you need to tell me? It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for.
What?
Surprise! It's about ultimate despair!
See?
Ahem! Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days,
Actually,
it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
A high school girl.
yes indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima!
Junko Enoshima.
Hey,
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. And created the Ultimate Despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me!
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
Unbelievable.
Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. I mean, seriously, just look at the state of social media these days. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power.
Phew.
Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place.
So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat?
Huh?
Then what was their purpose?
Huh?
What?
You...
Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose.
Are you talking about dolphins? No, I'm talking about purposes.
Hey,
It was Junko Inoshima's despair.
See?
For Junko Inoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, an instinct, or a way to make a failing social media platform profitable. Despair is what defines Junko Inoshima as Junko Inoshima. What are you saying? I'm saying X is a piece of shit failing platform. That's what I'm saying. I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Inoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the actual hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Inoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. And they dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair. All in Junko Inoshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible.
what?
Do you know about the final days of the reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope Peak Academy?
Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history.
What do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
Of course.
They fulfilled their roles as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide. Weren't you looking for a mass suicide? What?
What'd you say?
All 2,357. All 2,357. All 2,357 students. Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. Excuse me? One person was excluded? Oh my. What, was he loved by talent? Oh my god, Hajime's not as stupid as I thought he was. Is that me?
Damn it.
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair? Junko Inoshima? it doesn't scare me at all. I mean...
Bastard!
Junko Inoshima's already dead, you bastard! See? Oh my giddy aunt. I think I'm beginning to get a shape of what all of this is about. And we are still nowhere near finishing our exploration of this school. Hey, Fuyi, baby gangster, is it true what you just said? Junko Inoshima's really dead? Don't call me baby gangster. I'm sorry, I forget. I am having a moment, Fuyuhiko.
Huh?
You didn't see? There's a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. Wait a minute, you're not British. A bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that that you said about the Killing School Life? Like, the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope Speak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
That's exactly what that was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey.
For manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Junko Inoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Inoshima is dead.
Like...
Yeah, it turns out that the Killing School Life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope Speak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope Speak Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us. Chill. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. I should know. Oh, shit. Well, now I'm depressed. Thank you very much, Hajime. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing?
So...
Yeah, the students of Hope Speak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival,
They were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That is so messed up, dude. Yeah, but that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost to the student she placed in a trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own damn life. Then Junko's no more. What are you trying to say with all this cutting back and forth to Monokuma? Yeah, no matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not don't matter.
Bastard!
Junko Enoshima isn't alive anymore. Then who is our enemy? If Junko Enoshima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings we're involved in resemble that killing school life. Yeah, well, I don't know who the fuck is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students from Hope Speak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? Cameras all over Jabok Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere? Just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? What? Okay.
Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh?
But what?
Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, I'll just raise the flag.
Flag? What do you mean, raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
Ooh, how exciting.
One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character route.
You're not making sense again.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside.
Yaha!
I'll raise them flags like crazy.
What?
What a surprise! Do you want to hear about the Ultimate Despairs again?
No, I don't really need you to.
Hey,
Oh, okay. This is not new. All right. Time to go. It changed to a different hallway again. So sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Wait. It just teleported us to the 4th floor, didn't it? Okay. Hello, Akane. Akane's twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut feeling.
Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. What do you mean? Who?
So,
I don't know, it's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, that's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. Surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. Oh, here we go. Music room. What is that? This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. Looks like some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? Not just that, the mark engraved into the monument is the symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma,
He completely made it up.
what is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? Floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko Inoshima rallying them, in a worst-case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. The Academy survivors. Guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko Inoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. There really is a research facility on this island. There should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there are still so many mysteries. No, the teacher's lounge. This feels different from a classroom.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it.
The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that. Also, there was a sign on the door that said Teacher's Lounge.
Well,
Yeah, more importantly, if you see Miss Sonia, I don't see her anywhere.
She's probably hiding from you. Ugh, how much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with her? Give it up already. Another hologram. There are letters floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. Yes, I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko Inashima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko Inashima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Great, now I want a milkshake. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, yeah, it's pretty much all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Flowers on top of the desk? Plus, they look strange to me. Are my eyes just tired? Oh, a mono plushie.
Huh? Are you serious?
I may need to talk to him again.
this is bad.
Nope.
I mean,
Hey, have you seen Miss Sonia? Damn it, I'm really worried. What if something happens to me when Miss Sonia isn't looking?
This guy is so useless sometimes. Give him something mechanical to work on. Wait, what? Oh. Okay.
Oh!
Oh, I was saying give him something mechanical to work on and he's fantastic. The rest of the time he's useless. There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that are names I've seen before. Wait, what? There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Yoko Sayanji is written here. She looks a lot older than she did earlier. What is this newspaper? What is this? It says Miss Hyoko Sayanji. This can't mean the same Hyoko, right? I mean, Hyoko we knew. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way, I can see the resemblance to Hyoko, but her height and her figure. It's too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean?
Huh?
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something?
No, it says Hyoko Seonji right here.
Then Hyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name.
An older sister with the same first and last name?
I mean,
And that's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hyoko.
But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
man.
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Seonji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? Nah, there's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hyoko.
See?
Of course not.
But what are you saying? Hyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt?
What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
today I'm feeling white.
Well, regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
But what the heck? This is the truth.
If this is the truth, then the Hyoko in this newspaper, is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist?
Hey,
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there?
Huh?
this is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Yoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound all messed up. What experiment?
If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
What's going on? It better not have anything to do with time travel.
I'm pretty sure I figured it out. Oh. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says, Hope's Peak Academy founder, Izuru Kamakura. The founder of Hope's Peak Academy, and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier?
Damn it.
Another mystery. Okay.
Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor.
Yaha!
Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage.
Next stage? Okay, pretty sure Future Foundation captured us, plugged us into some sort of computer, wiped our memories of everything that happened before the revolt at Hope's Peak Academy, and that's why Hyoko appeared as a much younger person. She did have a growth spurt after all of that nonsense, but in her mind, she still looked like a child. So that's how she appeared to the rest of us. Anywho.
Damn it, not again.
The hallway is different from last time. I guess when that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, then moved to a different hallway than the last.
But how can he do that?
No, now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it's just going to waste my energy. Well, let's look down here first. Okay, that's locked off. It's been long enough since I played the first game that I don't really remember where everything is. Rec room. There's a billiard table that's floating, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. All right, what's this? It's a file with Hope's Peak Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously, Monokuma is responsible. Anywho, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions in intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms, and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word true hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Peak Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope, huh? Okay. Oh, another hologram. This hologram again. What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that we are unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Okay. For a second, though, there I thought that we were the remnants of despair. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Now, I guess it's not Wait, what? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up.
What's this?
My, Hajime. If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. That is your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and a little bit of hacking there to get them.
You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
no.
Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all.
Oh, there's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Okay, anything else to look at in here? Okay, guess not. What that? Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so, it's upside down. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. Yeah, I thought that at first, but no. It's something much more messed up. Akane, what happened?
It smells.
It's close. It's very close. Someone is coming. Kane's twitching her nose and examining her surroundings.
Based on my gut feeling.
They're definitely real close. At least that's what my gut is telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let's see. My gut feeling is... Well, they're both.
Yo,
He's right. They're both. Both? What do you mean?
you.
I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. Well, I know I could have indigestion. Yeah, that's true, I guess. Wait. When was the last time we ate? Why are you hungry? Oh, shit. I don't know. Okay, can't go to the pool. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, library. This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Yes, right there. This hologram again. It must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue. Ah. To Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep those people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? Wait, maybe we are the remnants of despair after all? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi? But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Okay. We have established multiple times that Hajime is an idiot. So every conclusion he comes to should be doubted. Okay, time to go. I keep going back and forth on whether or not we're the we or the remnants of despair. I am also lost. What? Didn't I walk into a classroom? Oh yeah, we're in the laundry. This is on the first floor. The hell? I don't really get it, but this looks like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in the laundry room. Tablet PC. This looks like a tablet computer. And it looks like the power's on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World program? This word, Neo World, seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. Well, I was actually right for once. Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. Oh my God, that would be so useful in real life. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Wait, does that mean that the people who died aren't really dead? Or if you die in the Matrix, do you die in real life? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. Ah! Okay, hang on. Does this game have a log? Transcript, yeah. Okay. Abusing the device risks total personality destruction. It's like in Babylon 5. They got rid of the death penalty, but they replaced it with something called death of personality. They mind wipe you and replace it, and replace your brain, your mind with a completely new personality. I think that's what this is. So if you die in the Matrix, your body doesn't die, but your personality gets erased. Probably. I think. Oh, great. Now I'm sounding like jockey. Okay. That is very interesting. I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I am starting to accept that. There's no way. Something as crazy as this actually exists?
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is waiting for you.
What? What do you mean in order? Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up? Including me, too? Okay. This is really, really interesting. I love where this is going. Oh, I should have checked for monoplushies. That weight doesn't matter.
Hiya!
Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it.
This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... All right. Okay. Oh, Sonia.
Well?
Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? Sir? The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite. Which means as long as the human brain controls all other bodily functions, if the brain believes something is real, it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh my.
I am not sure. I do not fully understand.
What the heck?
Oh, Monokuma.
The moment you discover that the truth wasn't a lie, all hope will disappear.
Room 1B. Big object. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. Have you ever seen a plant Hajime?
But what in the world is it?
And the moment I looked at that object... Oh, it's a door. No, wait.
Chihiro!
I mean, alter ego. Welcome. Welcome to the Neo World program.
The person?
A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? Now, is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me alter ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me.
He can talk.
But what are you? Alter ego artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. We call them supers in the US.
I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is actually very peculiar.
Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Okay, there's one over there. Some under this desk. Hang on. Oh, what the hell is it doing all with? Okay, oh dear.
The Neo World program has amended the data collection procedure for the shaping of the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this space is entirely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you two. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World program.
Most of its words, I understood the individual words, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction. Is that? Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place?
The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope.
A program for creating hope? But the fact that we're here, and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's for, right?
Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world.
Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right?
That is a mystery to me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy while it's still in its experimental stage, I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry.
Are you saying we're lab rats? No, that's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us? But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally?
I'm sorry. I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this.
All these new words make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus?
Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people along with 2 monitors.
2 monitors?
Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, The observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they seemed the same as everyone else.
What kind of authority does the teacher role have?
As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's become a world filled with violence and death.
What is that virus?
Monokuma! I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contain my authority to build the world. It was like it was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience.
She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock in the Funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But Alter Ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this Alter Ego. Chiaki's father. Chiaki mentioned she had a father and a brother. She talked about her father all the time being a program. Chiaki's father is Chihiro and Alter Ego is her brother. Chiaki was a program. She wasn't real.
I fell in love with a artificial intelligence program.
I mean, Hajime fell in love with an artificial anyway. If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one, that's so freaking irritating. But how did that virus infect the Neo World program?
The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it.
Physically?
Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility.
Like a rubber ducky. A rubber ducky is a hacking device, sorry.
And directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened.
It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility. But the only person who could enter that facility is someone who was a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie?
Yeah, but it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too.
A limit.
If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey!
Okay.
Come on now!
Even if you're just a god in the machine, that's enough hints from you.
How strange.
If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the defluxion based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. From there, the paradigm changes the results by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable and accelerates and crosses with the joint ownership of the world, and the situation from the context invites your death. Hey, hey, stop that. Makoto! What the heck? What just happened?
You're right there, aren't you? Someone's right there, right?
Hey? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe you can't hear my voice from this side?
I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time.
What?
The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it.
Forced to watch us?
I really want to save you right away, but because of the virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right there, I hope.
It looks like this guy can't even hear or see me. Just, who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally?
Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys.
Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us?
You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037.
11037, that's the number we found at Nizumi Castle.
The door to the ancient room was supposed to open after you finished gathering the hope fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared that password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left 11037 in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I've entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them.
Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma?
In a worst case scenario where the observer who has the role of teacher goes rogue, I've prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence.
Forced shutdown sequence?
Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. Death. Okay, this is a lot. Death.
Say what?
What was that just now? Hey, Hajime, what was that weirdness just now?
You were singing about death.
Nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Oh, well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again.
Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. Oh, I see. Be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might, so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery is getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We all know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. Still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't all of that be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? Was that everything? I think so.
Ding dong. Okay, on that ding dong bing bong, we're going to end the episode to the outro. Wow, that was a lot.
Makoto and company plugged us into a computer simulation overseen by Alter Ego, which wiped our memories in an attempt to save us. The virus, in the form of Monokuma, took over, nerfed Monomi, and started the killing school trip. I think that if we die in this simulation, we suffer a death of personality. Our bodies don't die, but we lose all our memories, persona, id, ego, everything that makes us us. Also, I think Chiaki and Monomi, or rather Usami, were both programmed by Alter Ego, although that would make her their father, not their brother. I don't think Chihiro programmed them before he died, so maybe calling him their father is more symbolic than literal. But more importantly, Alter Ego survived! That makes me very happy. Hell, maybe Chiaki survived in some form as well. That'd be nice. Anywho, I think we'll start unraveling this in the next episode. Looks like we're going to have one more class trial to take Monokuma down. In the meantime, up here is a playlist of my Phoenix Wright Justice for All playthrough, and down here is a video that YouTube recommends. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!